Hello students, welcome back to physics class. Today's lecture number 6, chapter number 6, properties of matter. This is the last part of this lesson today. Okay. In the previous class, we have discussed about the static friction, kinetic friction, and the third type, which was that is the rolling friction. Okay. So static friction में हमने what we have discussed? Suppose this is a body, right? When we apply the force, just begin to slide, right? When I apply little force, body does not move. When I am applying maximum force, okay, so that the body does begin to slide, it is called as limiting force of static friction. And the maximum force applied on our body so that we can, so that the body can move in a one direction, or it will begin to move continuously, or moving with some velocity. That is called as force of kinetic friction. Now the third one is when we are taking a ball like this, rolling ball, when the body rolls over the surface, we roll it. So here the point of contact is less. Okay. So if we compare the force of limiting force of friction for all these type of friction, static, kinetic, and the rolling friction. So we'll observe that the rolling friction will be less, kinetic little bit more, and static bit more. Okay, so let's see the definition of the rolling friction. Friction between two bodies in contact when one body is rolling over the other is called the rolling friction. So for example, when the ball rolls on the ground, it will continue to move as long as there is a opposite force act on this ball, and the ball will stop because of the frictional force. It will stop. Understood? So then, what are the factors on which the coefficient of friction depends? This rolling friction arises as the point of contact of the body with the surface keep changing continuously. When it rolls, right? So surface continuously changes. This is the body. Everywhere, the point of contact is changing continuously. Where it will get opposing force, then the rolling body will stop. Okay. Now the next point is factors on which the coefficient of friction depends. तो कौन से फैक्टर हो सकते हैं? पहला तो नेचर ऑफ मटेरियल ऑफ द कॉन्टैक्ट, नेचर ऑफ सरफेस ऑफ द कॉन्टैक्ट, नेचर ऑफ सरफेस ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट between two bodies. For what type of surface it is, whether it is smooth surface or rough surface. Okay, that also depends. Second is what type of material you are using. Okay, the material used at the point of contact. Suppose if you take both the surfaces are glass, so you will find very difficult to move one surface over the other because of the coefficient of static friction is more for the glass. Okay, that's why we find very difficult to slide the glass slab on the glass surface. Okay, so nature of surface and material of the surface in contact. Now already we have discussed about the what is the friction, define coefficient of static friction and coefficient of friction. We are discussing the textual questions, right? We are discussing now textual question, right? Give necessary formula for each. Now let's have the first. What is the static friction? It is the limiting force of friction so that body just begin to slide. Okay, and the first law of static friction states that the coefficient of static friction is defined as the ratio of limiting force of coefficient of static friction that is mu suffix s is the ratio of limiting force of static friction to the normal. Normal means that is the weight of the body which is sliding. Okay, normal reaction between the normal reaction between two surfaces in quantum. Between two surfaces in quantum. So mathematically we can write, okay, as Fs is directly proportional to normal reaction. So Fs is equal to, that is limiting force of static friction, is equal to mu suffix s multiplied by n. So mu s is equal to Fs upon n. This is what the formula. And what is Fs? Okay. So normal reaction equal to weight of the body, that is mg. Or we can write, to find the frictional force, static frictional force, F is equal to mu mg. This is also one of the formula we can write. The same case for kinetic friction. Okay. So kinetic के लिए derive करते हैं. So limiting, so coefficient of kinetic friction is defined as what we defined yesterday. You might be remember or not. Okay. If you not remember, then let's revise again. So limiting force of kinetic friction limiting force of kinetic friction is directly proportional to normal reaction that is capital N, and limiting force of kinetic friction is F suffix K, as we have denoted. Fs is limiting force of static friction. So F suffix K, that is limiting force of kinetic friction, is directly proportional to the normal reaction. Okay. So to remove this proportionality sign, we have to take some constant, and that constant is equal to mu suffix K into capital N. So mu K is equal to Fk upon N. Okay. So same K, and the similarly limiting force of rolling friction is equal to Fr upon N. But this Fr is very less than, as compared to Fk, very less than Fs. Sometimes CET based question, MCQ based question can be asked, which of the following relation is true. Okay, so you will be provided such kind of relation. Okay, similarly as the limiting force of static friction is directly proportional to coefficient of friction also. So from this we can write mu suffix r less than mu suffix k less than mu suffix s also. So this is also one of the relation we can make. Now the very important part of this lesson, that is the what are the applications, how to minimize, how to reduce the friction, right? Because in some cases we need friction, in some cases we don't require friction. So friction can be reduced by using the lubricants, which is used in automobile company, and some bearings, ball bearings or body surface. We can reduce the friction up to certain limit, right? Why the ball bearings are used? तो बॉल बेरिंग इसलिए होता है क्योंकि समटाइम्स वी हैव टू सपोज इफ देयर इज टू पाइप्स व्हिच आर रोटेटिंग, राइट, and if they are made up of the same surface, same metal, same material, then there will be the large force of static friction. So Fs is greater than Fk. Okay, and to this Fk is greater than the Fr. So the force of rolling friction is less than kinetic, less than static. So to avoid this friction between the material of the same surface, if we are using the ball bearing in between these two surfaces of the same material, okay, and these ball bearings are made up of different material, right? So because of this rolling friction, the ball bearings are rolls between the two surfaces, and that's why the friction can be reduced and the machine can work more efficiently. आपने देखा होगा कि जो अपना सीलिंग फैन होता है, सीलिंग फैन के अंदर जो मोटर होती है, मोटर उसको रोटर को घुमाती है, लेकिन जो ब्लेड्स और जो रोटर होता है उसके बीच में बेरिंग होती है. कभी कभी वो बेरिंग अगर खराब होगी, उसके बॉल जो होते हैं बेरिंग के अंदर के, वो अगर डैमेज हो गए तो आवाज आता है पंखे का, बोलते हैं पंखे का आवाज बहुत आता है, क्यों आता है? क्योंकि उसके बेरिंग डैमेज हो गई। सो वी हैव टू रिप्लेस दैट बॉल बेरिंग्स अगेन एंड अगेन आफ्टर फ्यू इयर्स। ओके, तो आपको जब भी लगेगा आपकी फैन आवाज कर रहा है, मतलब उसका बेरिंग गया है, राइट? सो this is what the reason behind it. As ball bearings undergo rolling friction and rolling friction is minimum, right? Ball bearings are used to reduce the friction in parts to increase the efficiency of machine. Okay. The next part which we are going to discuss, that is the advantage of friction and disadvantage of frictions, right? So we have discussed that the friction is evil also, right? Sometimes we require, sometimes we don't require. तो पहला एप्लीकेशन देखेंगे कि why it is advantages, क्यों फ्रिक्शन क्यों जरूरी है, राइट? सपोज इफ आई वांट टू वॉक ऑन दिस प्लेटफॉर्म, सो इज इट पॉसिबल टू वॉक ऑन द ऑयली सरफेस और some wet surface? So it's very difficult, right? So there must be friction between the surface and my sole of the footwear, right? So that is also one of the requirements. While walking, friction is needed. Friction is needed. Right. When we walk, right, the heel of the footwear, right, that makes our motion forward, and at the same time the ground also exert a force on our foot in the action, and our foot also exert a reaction force on the ground, and that's why we are able to walk on the surface. The second advantage is we can hold the object. अभी देखो ये पेन है, I am able to hold this pen. अगर मान लो मेरे हाथ सोपी कुछ साबुस के लगा है, सैनिटाइजर लगा है, right? So if it is weight, I am not able to hold it properly and may not able to write on the board also. So whenever we are holding the object in our hand, only because of friction, right? कभी हम मोबाइल लेते, मोबाइल का जो स्क्रीन है, right? तो स्क्रीन ऐसे ऐसे करते, right? तो when we are doing like this, अगर मान लो आपने हाथ गिरे होते, तो it is not possible to scroll the screen of the mobile, right? तो उसके लिए भी friction चाहिए. अगर आपको friction नहीं है, तो you will not able to do the scrolling of this mobile screen. So friction is necessary. Okay. So while holding the object properly, object in hand require friction. Okay. थर्ड एप्लीकेशन है ब्रेक्स, जो टू व्हीलर फोर व्हीलर रहते हैं, राइट? उसमें ब्रेक पैड होते हैं. ब्रेक्स आर यूज टू स्टॉप द व्हीकल, राइट? ब्रेक्स आर यूज टू स्टॉप द व्हीकल, because without brake vehicle we cannot drive, right? Because we are driving and suddenly someone crosses your vehicle, then you are not able to stop your vehicle. So brakes are used because of friction only. And fourth one is when we climb on the tree. अगर मान लो ट्री पे जो ट्रंक होता है ट्री का, उस पे अगर थोड़ा ऑयल स्प्रे कर दो और ट्राई टू क्लाइम ऑन दैट, नॉट पॉसिबल. मल्लखांब होता है पोल पे चढ़ने का, so there also you require a friction, right? So while climbing on tree is possible, climbing on tree or pole, metallic pole is possible due to friction only. So these are the advantages or applications of friction. But sometimes we don't require the friction. So friction is disadvantages. जैसे कोई मशीन घूम रहा है, मशीनरी पार्ट जो होते हैं, to work it efficiently we are using ball bearings. या हमारा जो मशीन होता है काफी दिनों से उसको ऑयलिंग ही नहीं किया है, जैसे ट्रेडमिल है, टू व्हीलर है, बाइसिकल है. आपकी जो बाइसिकल है, बाइसिकल की चेन जो होती है, चेन में भी काफी टाइम हम लोग लुब्रिकेंट लगाते हैं, ऑयल लगाते हैं. क्यों ऑयलिंग करते हैं? क्योंकि विच मेक्स cycle to move freely, right? So disadvantage of friction. Friction opposes the motion. Friction का क्या है? पहला disadvantage क्या है? वो oppose करता है motion को. Friction opposes motion of a body. राइट. देन इट आल्सो प्रोड्यूस द हीट. सेकंड क्या है कि कभी कभी मशीन गर्म हो जाता है. क्यों गर्म हो जाता है? बिकॉज ऑफ, अभी देखो पंखा अपना, सीलिंग फैन, टेबल फैन, देखो काफी टाइम अगर चला उसको, जो डिस्क होता है सीलिंग फैन का, वहाँ पे आप हाथ लगा के देखो तो गर्म हो जाता है. क्यों? बिकॉज ऑफ द फ्रिक्शन. जो रोटेट घूम रहा है उसका जो बॉल बेरिंग है वो तो काम करता है ठीक से, बट फिर भी वो गर्म हो जाता है बिकॉज ऑफ द रोटेशन. ओके, सो फ्रिक्शन प्रोड्यूसेस heat or generated heat, right? So which we don't require in different parts of machine. It also produce noise. देखो अपना जो टू व्हीलर फोर व्हीलर कभी आवाज करता है. क्यों आवाज कर रहा है? अगर गाड़ी को सर्विसिंग नहीं किया, ऑयलिंग नहीं किया प्रॉपरली तो आवाज करता है. So friction produces noise. In vehicles or machines. Right? So then automobile engines consume more fuel, okay, due to the friction. हम बोलते हैं अरे मेरा गाड़ी का एवरेज कम हो गया है, जो पहले 20 किलोमीटर पर आवर लीटर दे रही थी वे 15 दे रही. क्यों? क्योंकि टू व्हीलर का या फोर व्हीलर का सर्विसिंग नहीं किया होगा. राइट. सो ऑटोमोबाइल इंजिन्स कंज्यूम more oil, more fuel due to friction. So there are many disadvantages and advantages also, okay, but these are enough for your exam purpose. Hello students, now let us see the methods to reduce the friction. We can reduce the friction by using 3-4 methods. That polishing the surface, you can polish the surface, lubricant using grease and ball bearings. तो ball bearing हमने देखी है. lubricant जो है grease में जो मशीन में यूज होता है, राइट. फोर व्हीलर टू व्हीलर जो पंखा है, जो भी मशीनरी है इंडस्ट्रीज में, वहाँ पे भी हमेशा जो मशीनरी होती है हमेशा ग्रीसिंग किया जाता है, राइट, टू गेट to reduce the friction and machine can work more efficiently. Now there is a texture question in the can you tell it is difficult to run fast on a dry sand. कभी आप बीच पे गए होंगे तो कोशिश करके देखो, जो ड्राई सैंड होती है, नॉट वेट सैंड, वेट सैंड पे फिर भी हम चल सकते हैं, राइट, लेकिन जो ड्राई सैंड होती है, इफ यू ट्राई टू वॉक, जैसे कि डेजर्ट में जाओ, राजस्थान में चले जाओ, वहाँ पे डेजर्ट सफारी होती है, राइट, तो जो ड्राई सैंड होती है उसमें आप चल के देखो, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू वॉक. व्हाई? क्योंकि जो इंटरलॉकिंग होता है वो इंटरलॉकिंग ज्यादा हो जाता है, राइट. डिप्रेशन एंड जो प्रोजेक्शन होता है दे आर जो होता है लॉकिंग ज्यादा हो जाता है, इसलिए क्या हो जाता है, इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट टू वॉक ऑन द सैंड. देखते हैं क्या क्या पॉइंट्स है. द इंटरमॉलिक्यूलर स्पेस बिटवीन क्रिस्टल्स ऑफ सैंड इज वेरी लार्ज एज कंपेयर्ड टू दैट ऑफ द रिजिड सरफेस. तो सैंड के अंदर जो स्पेसिंग होता है क्रिस्टल को वो ज्यादा होता है, बट सॉलिड में क्या होता है, दे आर क्लोजली पैक्ड. ओके, तो यहाँ पे इसमें स्पेस होने की वजह से, राइट, so it's very difficult to walk. So there are number of depressions at the point of contact of feet and sand surface. तो depression ज़्यादा बढ़ जाते हैं, right? Projection and depression between sand and feet not completely interlock. पूरा completely interlock नहीं होता है, right? So thus action and reaction force become unbalanced, right? अभी मैं यहाँ पे चल रहा हूँ hard surface पे, तो क्या होता है, what are the action force applied by me? The same reaction force I am getting, right? That's why I am stable and I can walk. अगर मैं सैंड पे चलूँ, ड्राई सैंड पे, तो एक्शन एंड रिएक्शन फोर्स अनबैलेंस हो जाता है, राइट. आई एम अप्लाइंग मोर फोर्स, इसलिए मैं सिंक हो रहा हूँ, सिंकिंग ज्यादा होता है सैंड पे, राइट. दैट्स व्हाई इट्स डिफिकल्ट टू वॉक ऑन द सैंड सरफेस. ओके, इसमें क्या होता है, हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट ऑफ फोर्स हेल्प टू मूव फॉरवर्ड. जो हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपोनेंट होता है वो फॉरवर्ड मोशन के लिए यूज होता है, एंड वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट रेजिस्ट टू मूव. जो वर्टिकल कंपोनेंट होता है वो resist to move, and that's why it is difficult to move on a sand surface, especially dry sand. Wet sand में क्या होता है कि पानी भर जाता है, यहाँ पे पानी भर जाता है, इसलिए there is no depression, ज्यादा डिप्रेशन नहीं होता है, राइट. तो यहाँ पे क्या होता है, it is little bit easy to walk on the wet sand rather than the dry sand. Thank you. Okay, student, next possible question is, it is easy to roll than pull a barrel along the road. अभी मान लो एक बैरल है, छोटा सा बैरल है, right? When this barrel is pulled like this, पूरा अगर मैं pull करूँगा ऐसा, तो क्या होगा कि जो kinetic friction है, that will be greater than the rolling friction. अभी ये roll हो रहा है, so why it is easy to roll on the road surface, right? क्योंकि rolling friction था. We know that the force of rolling friction is smaller than the force of kinetic friction, right? The main reason is force of rolling less than force of kinetic friction. That is the only reason behind this. Why the barrel, the oil barrels or tar barrels while constructing road, right? Why it is easy to roll over the surface rather than pulling off that barrel. Okay. So only this reason is behind this. That's all. Okay. Then the next question is, an inflated tire rolls easily than the deflated tires or flat tires. Okay. So inflated tire is easily rolls than flat tires or deflated tires. When the tires are inflated, right? So their occurrence, what is the deformation is less. Okay. When tires are inflated, when rubber tires are inflated, okay, and when it rolls on the surface, on the road, less deformation takes place. And which help to reduce friction, between rubber tire and road surface. इसलिए हम बोलते हैं ना कभी कभी टू व्हीलर में, फोर व्हीलर में हवा कम हो गई और डबल सीट ट्रिपल सीट चला रही, तो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट. ऐसे गाड़ी वाइब्रेट होती है, चलती नहीं ठीक से, जब तक ऐसे आवाज करती है, हिलती है थोड़ी, है ना, वॉबल होती गाड़ी. हम देखते हैं गाड़ी पंक्चर तो नहीं, कभी पंक्चर में हम गाड़ी चलाते हैं, पता नहीं चलता हमको कि पिछले का टायर पंक्चर हो गया, आगे का टायर पंक्चर, कभी देखा नहीं तो, राइट. तो समझ जाने का, अगर गाड़ी ऐसे वॉबल हो रही, मतलब गाड़ी में टायर में हवा कम है, मतलब द टायर इज डिफ्लेटेड और फ्लैट है, राइट. तो हमेशा इन्फ्लेटेड टायर है कि नहीं वो चेक कर लेने का, राइट. सो ऑल्सो when the tire get deflated, it gets deformed. Okay, when the tire deflated, when tires deflated and a flat, okay, they get deformed during rolling. Okay, gets deformed during rolling. And supplied energy is used to changing the shape and not overcome the friction. Supplying energy is used to changing shape and not overcoming changing shape or deform, not overcoming friction. Hence, inflated tires can easily rolls on than the flat tire. Okay. Next is friction is necessary evil. Okay. Friction help to walk, hold the object in hand. Okay. We can lift the object. Without friction, we cannot walk. We cannot grip or hold the object with our hands. Okay. Friction is responsible for wear and tear of the various part of machines. It produces heat in different parts. Already we have discussed a lot about the friction, that is advantages. चलो अभी हम न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व करते हैं। Okay student, let's start the first numerical based on this. That is numerical textbook unsolved. Question number 5 का first, calculate the coefficient of static friction for an object of mass 50 kg. Mass of the object is given. Placed on a horizontal table, pulled by attaching a spring balance. The force is increased gradually. It is observed that the object just moves when the spring balance shows 50 Newton. What they ask to find coefficient of static friction. So while solving numerical, let's see right here first given. क्या दिया होनी चाहिए? Given solution. यहाँ पे force दिया है, reading on the spring balance 50 Newton. Then mass भी दिया है, mass m is equal to 50 kg. And जो g है, that g I think यहाँ पे लेना है 9.8. Okay, 9.8 meter per second square. Sometimes the value of g is given as a 10 meter per second square. अगर दिया है तो, if it is not given, then you have to assume that we consider as 9.8. Okay. Now what we have to find? To find coefficient of static friction mu s. Then formula is equal to, let's write here formula, that is mu s is equal to fs upon normal reaction n. So f is given, that is 50 Newton. Okay, divide by mg, normal reaction. So 50 upon 50 into 9.8. So 50 get cancel. So 1 upon 9.8 mu s is equal to 1 upon 9.8. इसको सॉल्व करो तो आपको आंसर मिलेगा 0.102. 0.102 is the coefficient of static friction. बहुत simple numerical है. Now let's see the second numerical. Okay, so the next numerical given in the textbook, which is unsolved, question number 5.2. The block of mass 37 kg rests on a rough horizontal plane having coefficient of static friction 0.3. Find out the least force required, the limiting force of static friction. Just move the block horizontally. Just move the block. Just move or just begin to move, not continuously moving. Right? तो यहाँ पे देखो डायग्राम ऐसा होगा. The diagram will be like this. This is the horizontal surface. This is the block. Right? The weight of the block acts vertically downwards. That is mg. And the normal reaction capital N will be upward. Okay? And the force is applied here and the coefficient of static friction is given, that mu s is equal to 0.3. This factor is given. और mass भी दिया है. So let us write given mass of block, that is small m, which is 37 kg. Coefficient of static friction. Just move the block. Just move मतलब it is not kinetic, it is static friction. Okay. यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? mu suffix s is equal to 0.3. Then what we have to ask? The least force required. So that is to find fs, minimum force required. Right. So we know the formula. Formula is fs is equal to mu s into normal reaction, which is fs is equal to mu s into mg. Normal reaction मतलब mg. तो mu s कितना दिया है? 0.3. Mass 37 into 9.8. Okay. After solving this, okay, you will get the answer 108.8. 108.8. Okay, so this is what answer we got. Okay, I don't think so you will have any doubt. Now, next numerical, third numerical. Question 5 का third. a body of mass 37 kg rests on a rough horizontal surface. Same way, example. The minimum horizontal force required to just start the motion is 68.5 Newton. In order to keep the body moving with constant velocity, the force is 43 Newton is needed. What is the value of coefficient of static friction? देखो बच्चे यहाँ पे आपको समझना है कि whether which is the force of static friction and which is the force of kinetic friction, right? तो लैंग्वेज से आपको पता चलेगा whenever there is a just start to motion जब होगा, ये वर्ड जब होगा just start, just begin to start, okay, just begin to move, तो मतलब ये हुआ आपका force of static friction, right? Or when the body is moving with the constant velocity on the surface, so that will be the force of kinetic friction, right? वो kinetic friction. तो चलो अभी यहाँ पे लिख लेते given are the force of static friction Fs is equal to how much it is 68.5 Newton and the force of kinetic friction F suffix k is 43 Newton and the mass of the body which is moving on the surface, तो mass दिया है which is 37 kg और यहाँ पे g लेना आपको 9.8 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. अगर दिया हुआ given then you can take 10 मीटर पर सेकेंड स्क्वायर. तो फॉर्मूला यूज करते हैं यहाँ पे. तो फॉर्मूला फॉर फर्स्ट पार्ट के लिए what they asked to find coefficient of static friction, that is mu suffix s निकालना है. यहाँ पे mu suffix k निकालना है. Okay. So mu s is equal to पहला लेते हैं. mu s is equal to Fs upon normal reaction, which is Fs is equal to mg. So mu s is equal to Fs will be the constant. Okay, that not constant, it is given 68.5 divided by mass 37 into 9.8. तो इसको पूरा सॉल्व करो आप. After solving this with the help of log table, you will get the answer. The answer will be 68.5 divided by इसका प्रोडक्ट आएगा 362.6. Okay, so after solving with the help of log table, you will get 0.1889. This is the coefficient of static friction. टेक्स्ट बुक में जो आंसर दिया है, आई थिंक वो रॉन्ग आंसर है. करेक्ट कर लो आप. प्लीज डू द करेक्शन इन द टेक्स्ट बुक. द करेक्ट आंसर इज 0.1889 because we have solved as per the steps, as per the method only. Okay, so we won't be wrong at all. So this will be mu k now. Coefficient of kinetic friction, mu k can be defined as the ratio of force of kinetic friction divided by the normal reaction. Okay, normal reaction. But Fk is given, that is 43 Newton divided by 37 into 9.8. So this can be written as 43 divided by 362.6. Again, after solving the help of log table, you will get the answer 0.1186. 0.1186. This is called as coefficient of kinetic friction. Right? हमको पता है कि कोई भी अगर बॉडी ली, right? So coefficient of static friction always greater than coefficient of kinetic friction. तो देखो यहाँ पे kinetic friction कम है, static friction ज्यादा है. अगर आपका आंसर उल्टा आ रहा है, इसका मतलब something went wrong. क्योंकि यहाँ पे concept यूज करना है, लॉजिक यूज करना है. ओके, एक स्क्रीनशॉट. Hello student. Now next numerical, short numerical given the text. Coefficient of static friction between block of mass 0.25 kg and horizontal surface is 0.4. Okay, static friction is given in the block of mass given. तो पहले given लिख लेते क्या क्या है? Given are mass of the block block is 0.25 kg. Then horizontal surface, the coefficient of static friction mu suffix is 0.4. Okay, and the force applied question mark. We know the formula. Force of static friction is equal to mu s into normal reaction, which is equal to mu s into mg. Just do the substitution. So 0.4 multiplied by mass 0.25 into 9.8. The acceleration due to gravity. बहुत सिंपल न्यूमेरिकल है. इसका आंसर आएगा मल्टीप्लिकेशन 0.98 न्यूटन. Okay. Now the next question is given. जो एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन दिए. Why are tires made of rubber and not of iron? जो व्हीकल के टायर होते हैं या एरोप्लेन के टायर होते हैं, राइट? तो एरोप्लेन के टायर रबर की क्यों होते हैं? Why not made of iron like a railway? अभी रेलवे के जो होते हैं वो आयरन, क्योंकि उस पे मेटल रेल पे उसको चलना पड़ता है, which rolls the metal wheels roll on the metal rail, right? Rail track जो भी है, right? So that's why there is a low resistance. There is a low resistance, resistive force for the rolling on the rails. लेकिन वही अगर मेटल के व्हील्स रहे, मेटल के टायर रहे, एरोप्लेन के या फोर व्हीलर के ट्रक के जो भी, एंड व्हेन इट इज मूविंग ऑन द टार रोड पे जब चलेगा तो क्या होगा? फ्रिक्शन ज्यादा होगा. देयर विल बी मोर फ्रिक्शन, राइट? सो फ्री मूविंग व्हीकल्स सच एज ऑटोमोबाइल्स एंड एयरक्राफ्ट रिक्वायर मोर फ्रिक्शन टू एक्सेलरेट द क्लाइंब और ब्रेक. उसको क्लाइंब होना पड़ता है, ब्रेक लगाना पड़ता है, तो वी नीड अ मोर फ्रिक्शन टू स्टॉप. अंडरस्टैंड? सो दीज व्हीकल्स आर यूज रबर टायर्स दैट फ्लेक्स एंड ग्रिप द रोड. रोड के साथ ग्रिपिंग भी अच्छा जमता है. ओके. और रबर टायर का एक एडवांटेज है, अगर रबर टायर की जगह पे मेटल टायर अगर लगाए व्हीकल्स पे तो क्या होगा? साउंड भी आएगा और जो शॉकअप एब्जॉर्बर होता है, जो दनके लगते हैं, वाइब्रेशन ज्यादा होगा, राइट? अगर वो रबर टायर की वजह से क्या होगा? that absorb the sound also, that absorb the shocks also, and that's why we feel a smooth journey with the help of rubber tire. Okay. Another question is, why do we slip on a rainy day? Rainy day पे हम बार बार फिसलते क्यों हैं? स्लिप क्यों होते हैं? Of course, क्योंकि because of weight, so it act as a water act as a lubricants. Okay. और lubricant है तो क्या? It makes the surface smooth. Okay. और जो interlocking होता है, वो interlocking कब हो जाता है? And it can easily slip on the wet road. और cold wetting हो जाता है. There will be cold wetting. On a rainy day, the water on the road acts as a thin layer of lubricants, as I already told you, right, between our feet and the road. And the road, this reduces the cold weights between the two surface, which reduces the friction. Friction कम करता है. Actually हमको चलने के लिए friction चाहिए, लेकिन ये friction कम करता है, right? If the road is wet. So this is all about the properties of matter. Okay. चलो और कुछ न्यूमेरिकल लेते दो चार. Hello student. Let's have the next numerical. A 20 kg metal block is placed on horizontal surface. The block just begins to slide when horizontal force of 100 Newton. It means they have provided the limiting force of static friction. Okay. Calculate the coefficient of static friction. We need to calculate mu s. Okay. So let's write given quantity. Given quantity are the limiting force of static friction Fs is equal to 100 Newton, and they asked to find limiting coefficient of static friction question mark. And the mass of the block is given 20 kg. Mass of the block is 20 kg. Also they asked to find the force needed to maintain the uniform motion, and the coefficient of kinetic friction is given. Mu k is given. Mu k is 0.4, and they asked to find Fk. देखो यहाँ पे Fs दिया है, यहाँ पे Fk पूछा है, यहाँ पे μs पूछा है, यहाँ पे mu k दिया है, तो अपोजिट है. तो चलो कोई बात नहीं, वन बाय वन सॉल्व करते. Formula is, what is the formula for coefficient of static friction? Fs is equal to mu s multiplied by normal reaction, but the normal reaction is mg, So this will be mus into mg. Now let's do the substitution. Okay, mus निकालना है यहाँ पे, तो mus is equal to fs upon mg. So let's do the substitution. mus is equal to fs is 100 divided by mg, mass कितना है 20 into 9.8. Okay, after solving this 0 0 कट हो जाएगा, this will be 50 upon 9.8. So this will be around 5 upon 9.8. Sorry, 15 है यहाँ पे 5 आएगा. Okay, so 5 upon 98 will be around 0.5102. This is the coefficient of static friction. Then next formula is Fk is equal to nu k multiplied by mg, normal reaction. Okay, यहाँ पे Fk पूछा है, Fk is equal to nu k दिया है 0.4 multiplied by mass 20 into 9.8. Okay, इसका कितना आएगा 24 से 80 और 8 decimal तो 8 into 9.8. So Fk is equal to 8 9 is 72, 8 8 is 64, so 78.4. 78.4 Newton is the answer. So take a screenshot of this. Next numerical. A block of mass 40 kg resting on horizontal surface just begin to slide when horizontal force of 120 Newton is applied to it. Okay, मतलब limiting force of static friction is given. Once the motion starts, it can be maintained by force of 80 Newton. Its limiting force of kinetic friction is given. Determine the coefficient of static friction and kinetic friction. So simple. So let's write the given quantity first. Given values are the limiting force of the mass of block is 40 kg. Okay, and limiting force of static friction Fs is equal to 120 Newton, whereas limiting force of kinetic friction Fk is 80 Newton. And we need to find coefficient of static friction, question mark, coefficient of kinetic friction, question mark. Then formula is mus is equal to F limiting force of static friction Fs divided by normal reaction Fs upon mg. So after substituting value, so mus is equal to Fs कितना 120 divided by mg, mass कितना 40 multiplied by 9.8. Okay, 41 the 40 3 the, so 3 upon 9.8. So it will be something 0.3 something आएगा. So this will be 0.306 because coefficient of static friction has no unit, the unitless and dimensionless, whereas mu k is equal to Fk divided by normal reaction mg. So Fk is equal to, sorry, Fk upon mg, right? So Fk is given 80 divided by 40 multiplied by 9.8. 41 the 42 the, so this is 2 upon 9.8, right? So this will be around mu k is equal to coefficient of kinetic friction will be equal to 0.2, 2 से ज़्यादा होगा, 0.2 से ज़्यादा होगा, 0.204. हमेशा याद रखना कि ये जो कोएफिशिएंट है फ्रिक्शन वो 0.5 के अंदर ही रहता है, 0.6 क्या 1 के नीचे रहेगा, लेस देन 1. ओके, 0.8 भी हो सकता है स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन अगर है तो, राइट? जैसे ग्लास का कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ स्टैटिक फ्रिक्शन ज़्यादा है, तो ये जो वैल्यू है ये हमेशा 1 से कम होनी चाहिए, इट विल नॉट मोर देन 1. ओके, सो टेक अ स्क्रीनशॉट.